Hello, everybody. Name of this movie is So You Want to Be a Leader. You know, I hear a lot of inspectors and plan reviewers state they want to aspire to the ranks of leadership. You know, they hope to be the boss someday. Many of them think they want to lead, and they probably do. But unfortunately, many have no idea the pluses or minuses or sacrifices that it entails to be the leader. Being a leader is a classic example of something you really don't understand until you've had the chance to do it. You know, sometimes people say they want to be promoted into leadership, and they mean it. But what many of them really want are the perceived perks that come along with being a leader. You know, they want the feeling of admiration that comes with a higher status and title, you know, king of the world kind of thing. You know, and these are perks, all right. But I say perceived perks because of the trade-offs that are often necessary to obtain them. You know, of course, who doesn't want higher pay? I can always use more money. I'm married. Enough said, right? And who doesn't like the idea of people working with them too? Not to mention the extra perks that might come from, you know, an office instead of a cubicle, or maybe a company vehicle. You know, it all sounds so nice, doesn't it? Well, some of it is. But the truths are that the new challenges you will face may outweigh the perks that you were thinking about. Oh, and I almost forgot. Now that you're the leader, you don't have to do anything yourself anymore, right? You just delegate everything. You're the boss. Not so. You know, a leader should genuinely and passionately evaluate his or her reasons for wanting to be a leader and not just consider the perks. They should take into consideration the job responsibilities, because there's going to be job responsibilities. Here's why. There are new realities you have to deal with immediately when you accept a formal position of leadership. First, you will be judged by others more frequently and more harshly. The position and the security of the new position may be more political. You know, elections are all too frequent. Now, the average tenure of a city or township manager is only 5 to 6 years, and sometimes the relationships that you have built above you can change. These folks may not be there after the next election. So here's the truth about leadership. Sometimes your new high echelon decisions will help everyone, and they will love you for it. You will be a god. However, not all decisions are positive for everyone, and often someone will be affected negatively. During these times, they will strongly disagree with the decisions you make. You know, think way back to yesterday. Before you were the leader, and you were just a member of the rank and file team, you know, you weren't making decisions that affected others. You were making decisions that, for the most part, only affected you. Well, now you will be making decisions that affect others. Your decisions will affect others, so get ready to be judged and criticized a lot. And you can't do anything about it. Being popular is probably not part of your job description. But don't let that scare you. And remember that the goal is not popularity. You know, although it's great to be in a position to make decisions that can help your colleagues and staff and earn you respect, your decisions will not always be popular decisions with everybody. And that's inevitable. Next, grab another Red Bull, because you're going to be working some extra hours. You know, with very few exceptions, leadership roles require more time and more effort. They're not simply hours at the office. It might be hours at community night meetings and on weekends even. You know, you're always on call to some degree, and in today's world with 24/7 connectivity, some feel the leader's job never ends. You know, we're just too connected and too available sometimes. Did I mention leadership employees are usually exempt employees? What does this mean? Well, in the HR world, this means that although your position may be based on a 40-hour work week, you are required to work as much as necessary to get your job done. You know, the plus side is you will not have to worry about Uncle Sam taking those huge tax deductions from your overtime check, because exempt employees do not qualify for overtime. That's right. Theoretically, you have to work as much as you need to get the job done. But if you get the job done, you can be flexible and just leave, right? Run that past the boss and let me know how it works out. Finally, you could probably expect your overall stress level to increase, and sometimes significantly. Your decisions have more meaning, are more important, and will impact others. Okay, you come to terms with the schedule. Well, that's just the beginning. Now, you have to take into consideration that your maybe running a budget. Your decisions will be heavily scrutinized by those above you because every call that you make with relationship to the budget can affect the larger financial picture of the organization. You're going to be watched from the top and from your employees at the bottom. Being a leader means you have a direct impact on the lives of your employees who directly report to you. And you can add value to their lives, or you can stress them out, depending on how effectively you learn to interact with them every day. And by the way, some of the folks will be easy to deal with. You may have known them from your days in the rank and file if you were one of the fortunate people to get moved up into a leadership position. Back then, some of these folks were great to work with. They were your friends. Now, some of these same people will test you more than you ever would think they could. So did I scare you? Do you still want to be a leader? Well, I hope so. It's worth it for the most part. It really is. It's actually really great, but there's no sugarcoating it here. It involves a lot of work and significant changes, but it also affords you a chance to make a difference in your community, in your organization, and to your employees and colleagues. It allows you to have a say in the processes and sometimes help to improve them. So if you are the kind of person that loves challenges, leadership may be a good fit for you, but just make sure that the decision to do so, you do for all the right reasons. Thank you.